guys. It's a little bit low. Hang on one sec. Let's fix this. There we go. That's better. Back day. Hello. Beautiful, bold, sexy, strong, substantial back. I'm just going to put us on here and have a sip. I was trying to decipher what I meant by the bilateral band row. I had a great idea. I'll figure it out. We're starting with rows, and just like yesterday was a lot of presses, basic press movement. Today's a lot of basic back rowing movements. We've got some pull downs in there, so that'll be good. So I've got all the weights out again. We're going on a descending set. So that means that the reps are descending. You go from 10 to 8 to 6 to 4 to 6 to 6, and a drop set to begin with. Procrastinating here. Shall we? Let me just, hello Jackie. I just saw your name pop up here. I got it. There it is. Enlarge that. Good morning, Linda. Oh, you must be in the warmth. Dawn and I are still stuck in this chill, but it's okay. It's gorgeous. Good morning, Jackie. I know you're there somewhere. And whoever else is there. Shy people. Shy. Alrighty. Single arm dumbbell row. 10 and 10, or is it 12? 10 and 10. There you go. And 10. In this position, right, you're in a good tall posture, cartoon character, exaggerate it, then bring that posture forward. Because if you're in this slumped posture and then you go to a slumped row, you're not hitting the muscles you want to, okay? So whoosh, bloom, bend, and row. And 10, good. We're going for the 8s. Yep. I usually like to have both weights out, but I felt lazy this morning. This way you're not transferring weight from one place to the other in an awkward position, especially as you get heavier weights. Might end up using that again. I don't know for sure, because we've got 6 reps and then 6 reps and drop 10. All right, so just have them all ready. Have them all handy. Open up the crayon box. Good. Whoo-hoo. Six. Good, we got another set of 6. And then you're going to drop right away, and you're going to use a lighter weight, maybe the one you started with, for another 10. So this is really 16 reps. Let's go. Six. Oh, burning the bicep too. Bicep is a helper muscle in the rows. Pull-ups, back, and biceps. Whew, they're a team. 6 and 10. And then we're moving on to the band straight arm pull down. I have mine set up over here. You could set it up something, attach it to the ceiling, to the door. And 6. And whoa, 10. Yes. Straight arm pull down. Bang. All right. Then it will be a band high row. I think I'll use that. I might even get the other one out and step on it and do a high row. And then the pull apart. Yep. Okay, so get your little area set and ready for this. I'm just going to swing this guy around a little bit. There we go. All right. Beautiful. Let me see. Good. So you'll have to excuse my rear end. I can go off to the side a little bit. But, all right. Straight arm pull down. It's lats, right? Or you can do a slight bend forward and, okay. I'm pretty sure this is working. All right. What is it, 10s? This was actually supposed to be semi-warm-up-ishness. Don't kill yourself. Bands are difficult. They place a lot of pressure on your shoulders, so ease into this one as well. I think 12s. That's ridiculous. 10, 10, 10. Oh, I was seeing things. Righty. Okay, 10. Upright row. Oh, I love this fan. It's way too long, but you can use it for anything. Could even go there, like that. And then get a good tension on it. Pull your shoulder blades up and back. Good. Pull apart. Alrighty, warming up really good. Remember to engage that upper back. You're pulling your shoulder blades together. Your arms are following. It's not just this wrenching that's coming from your shoulder joint, which causes problems. More problems than you can imagine. In a domino effect, right? Excuse me, well, good and warmed up now, which is perfect, right? Good. Pull down. Straight arm, bent over, or even here, this is fine too. You're going to hit your lats. Okay, so. Oh, beautiful. Upright row. Yeah. Good. Are you with me? All these little quick changes in between. That's okay. We got this. And 10. I'm just thinking that I didn't give you an alternative. If you don't have a place to secure your band overhead, if you don't have a long enough band to complete that work, you usually need the longer band, right? Just do a lat pull down. We've got one coming up, I think, but you can just do a regular band pull down, or you can do a one-arm band pull down. All right, you can do rear delt flies, or you could stretch. But set up your studio. Find some place that you can secure it to, and find a band. These are Canadian Protein. I would get the red, and then I would get the black, or you can get the whole set for 150 bucks. All right, one more set, you guys. I like it back here a little bit more. Okay. Upright row with a band, or not. You could use a dumbbell. Pull with your shoulder blades up and back, and it's not just this, or it's not just this, right? Start with a scrunch if you'd like, and just get the feeling of pulling those shoulders up and back. That's the movement. All right, like that. And then you would follow. And ooh, little tension in that neck. Pay attention to it. It's going to happen. Those are your traps, and those are your neck muscles, and those are your lats. They're all connected. So it stands to reason that you'll get tension there, and you probably can ease off of it if it's exasperating a problem. Stop more often, stretch it out more often, go to physiotherapy, go for a massage. Yeah, sometimes those knots in your neck, they can lodge in there and live. Take up residence. And any slight stress in your life, you think, oh my God, I'm dying. This has to be like an injury. It has to be a bone or a tendon. And in fact, it's a knot that is so powerful. Brings you to your knees. Alrighty. 10 and 10. Seated band row. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Okay, so I was going to go seated band row with one, then the other, and then I was going to go lighter with two. Now you could be seated right on the floor. You could be seated up on a bench. You could be using a cable. If you have a cable, you might need the straps for one hand and then the other hand. And then you could even use the strap for both. Play with that one. It's up to you. All right, yeah, I knew that it would come back to me. So let's try, for me, I'm going to try with this one. I don't know how it will work, but that's the name of the game. 10 and 10, and then 15. I might even have to go to a lighter band for the 15. So you really want to pull as much as you can for those first two, right, left, and then burn it out, kind of, just that last set of real muscle fatigue and endurance. All right, so I think this could be attached somewhere too, right? Could be. 10 and then both. Yeah, this will have to be heavier for me next time. Make your decisions now. Pay attention to how you're feeling. So double one. Good. I'm going to sit on the floor and get a different angle, and you can try that as well. And you can also try attaching the end of your band to a fixed piece of equipment or furniture. Woo! You're doing good. All right. Different thing I was going to change with this guy. I can use the loop this way. Let's just see how that goes. I might take it a little tighter there, or I could get a different band, right? And that's almost a little bit too tight for me, and I'm finding that I'm rotating and using more of everything else. Keep it to a tension that's going to challenge you in good form, full range of motion for the full 10, right? Otherwise, as you fatigue, other muscles start coming and helping, and that's not where we're at right now. This is called a strict row. One of these movements would be more metabolic, moving a whole bunch of low back, upper back, arms to get the movement done. But right today we're doing strict. Strict, right? And squeeze with the back. And 10. Now we're going to go for the 15 with both. Okay. Yeah, it needs to be a little. I just feel a little twinge right mid-back, right in the center beside my spine. Now watch those ones and pay attention as soon as they show up and take it to a stretch. Because you know what? It's very difficult to target those when you're trying to stretch. Those little knots in the middle, you can't reach it. You could use a golf ball, you could use a tennis ball. I have my whole kit in Philadelphia. I'm gonna have to rebuild it here. All right, you got to get those knots immediately or they turn into chronic pain, right? Last set here, and then we are on to, are they seesaw or gorilla? Whichever, you could really choose which ones you want to do. Ooh, nice stretch there. Alrighty, shall we? Nice job. We are doing good. Okay. 4. Lat pull down is good with those seesaws, so you're going to use a band again, or if you have a machine, a cable machine at home, that's an option. Here we go, last 15 here. Okay, crank her out. 15. Nice. So nice. Who's that? Borat? No. That was the taxi guy. Yeah. My mind is wandering. That's good. We're almost done. Back day. I think I'm going to use 20s for my, back 17, for my seesaw, which is hanging suspended piston. Boom, boom, boom. Back again. Row movement again. That was a row. The lat was more of a lat pull down, okay? But most of this stuff is rows. So if you're starting to feel a real, like I said, that tension knot building in your back, stop. Like if this is just, the volume here is huge. So if you need to come into a stretch, you got to do that. Yeah, where's it go? What is that? Alrighty. 20. So that's 10 on each side, right? Here we go. This shirt is for coverage, but we'll yank her up. Seesaw, I think, could be feet a little closer together, or if you feel more stable, that's going to be up to you. Bent over. You're going to have to watch your back. If this is a problem for you, use the back of a sofa, a softer upholstered bar stool, something to support your head on. If you're in doubt, don't do it. That's huge. There's so many ways to affect your back until a time you strengthen the whole structure. And there's my 10. All right, even if you have a great low back, even if you have very strong core muscles, keep an eye on it. You just never know. It's just so weird. Like you don't know if something that you did yesterday, whether it be heavy lifting or moving, or even a pail of water that kind of sets you, and then you come to the gym and you hurt yourself, but it's not necessarily, I say most often, I'll go and say 99% of the time, it's something that you did or you didn't do before. When you come to the gym, you know what weights you're lifting, you know the position, you have an awareness, you should be here, you should be considering all things, right? It's day-to-day life that we don't. We just grab and, oh, here's our pull downs. Behind the neck or in front. Oh, this is tough to get the first one down because of chest day, right? Holy moly. 2. 10. Yeah, so that was 20 and 10. And then our last ones are more for the low back and hamstring, all those, the glute attachments in there, in and around, inside, outside. Okay, when you're ready. Much easier down here with your center of gravity lowered and your belly kind of resting on your upper thigh. So if you're halfway in between, you know, like I don't have the strength for my low back, but I'm almost there, take it to a tighter center of gravity down there and just see how it works. Don't like being bent over today. That's funny. All right. And 10, good. So here's why it's really important to do the auxiliary muscles and the secondary muscles, the biceps, the triceps, the shoulders. Those have to be strong enough to carry enough weight to challenge your back. The back is a huge muscle. It can take a lot of weight, but these weaker links need to be prepared for that, right? Otherwise, I'm trying to lift heavy enough weight to challenge my back and something goes in my shoulder and I can't figure it out, right? It's like a team, and the team is gonna do anything to help its mates, even if it hurts itself. So don't. Last set here. We're almost done. This is awesome. Okay. I feel like I need to stretch these chest muscles out from yesterday. Ooh, that was a doozy. There we go. Okay. Oh, yeah. Fatigue builds. Good morning. So I want you with this to really focus on the fact that with the hips do not displace with the good morning, very slightly, okay? I mean, they're gonna go backwards as you come forward, but I want mostly your hips to stay in place and bow forward, up and out of your torso. Whereas the RDL is hips displacing as far as possible. Hamstrings are stretching. This is a glute hamstring exercise, but it is attached to the back, right? So we're gonna do those two. And you don't even have to do a lot of weight. I mean, if you're prepared and you understand what we're doing, go ahead and weight her up. And if not, just go for the central nervous system training, right? You want to get those two different, what are they called? Excuse me. Objectives. You've got two different objectives. With this, it's focus on low back, right? And you're almost falling into your toes here. It's flat foot, but erring on the side of tipping into your toes. Now, real cautiously, especially if you have low back, keep going, low back. You could literally do it here with no weight and just begin, but if you're coming off, you have to use your recommendations from your physiotherapist, right? Usually they'll recommend things on the floor, a lot of support, right, before that happens. So good morning, and RDL, got a hair in my mouth. Okay, Romanian Deadlift would be a softer knee, one weight or two, up to you, and I'm driving my hips back. My back is pretty much working in a supporting role here now. It's kind of stabilizing my core as my hamstrings and glutes carry this weight. And because your hamstrings and glutes can carry a lot of weight, you need to ease up, because your back, again, your low back will take over. Beautiful. There we go. All right, so a little rest from that. Because of the forward flexed position, you might just be doing one set. And then going into a stretch or some therapy that your physician or your professional has given you. It's your workout, and it's almost done. Lots on the schedule today, so let's keep our minds in the workout. This is usually where my brain flutters off to the next thing. What do I have to do? Who do I have to call? Stay here with me. One. Oh, nice cracks. And 10, if you're advanced, you want more or you want different, use your barbell up there. That's going to really tear this apart again. Barbell, good mornings, right? You could use a ball. You could use your weights here. Many ways to change the focus and challenge for that. Here, you could use one dumbbell. You could use a kettlebell. You could use a medicine ball. You could use a band. You could use a band for these guys. Drive hips out, feel hamstrings, and that's going to pull the back of your knee, most likely. And it might pull differently on either side, depending on if you have an imbalance or an injury on one side. Might feel weird, right? We'll do some unilateral work next week. I think we did some last week. Oh, and 10, I'm calling it 10. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna lie to you. I get talking and last set here. And then we're gonna do a hamstring stretch. We'll do that Saturday. We'll do the bed series with the hip mobility. Today we'll just do a kneeling hamstring stretch and a quad hip flexor. Fair enough? There we go. Last one. Good morning. Low back. You're going to feel movement in your glutes, which will in turn feel in your hams. And that's good. Everything's working as a team. No one muscle is the hero. A good balanced workout. And it'll flush out imbalances. You will definitely understand where things are going wrong. In a general idea anyways, and then you can take it to your chiropractor, physiotherapist, and then they can hone in on the issue. Sometimes those deep, sciatica, they're really hard. It's inside, it's a nerve, it's in some, area that very hard to get to on your own. But that's not to say that foam rolling and golf ball can't ease up the tissue that's further away from that knot, that will go a long way too. Just trying to say the foam rolling and the stretching and just the body awareness is really important, especially at our age. I don't know. Most of you are climbing the ladder with me. We're up there. The snowball is building. I gotta get rid of some of this stuff. Okay, I want to use my bench for my hamstring stretch. Okay, so I'm gonna stretch the hip flexor on this side first. Ooh, that feels good. And then maybe pull it back in and stretch out some low back. In this, you're just gonna move in ways that feel important for you, okay? And then with the stretch for the hamstring, you're gonna drive that foot into the floor. That's gonna contract that muscle group, okay? And then you're gonna pull back. So now that muscle is being stretched under tension, which is really, really good. As Martha Stewart would say, it's a good thing. And then what I'd like you to do, we're starting to move into some more tempo, rhythmic movements. So try and keep that contraction on there as you move back and forth. And then I feel the need to do a torso rotation here as well. Good. I think I should do it over here. All right. So hip flexor on the other side. Loosen that up. Check it out. Drive that heel in and ease back into your stretch. Feel where it's pulling. It's a powerful stretch, so you don't want to just jump in there and slam it and hammer it and redneck it. You want to ease. So now drive that heel in, rhythmically move back and forth through it. When you're actually being pulled forward, that muscle is contracting to pull us forward and it's lengthening under pressure. And then I'm going to take mine into this elongated position and then add the rotation, and you're going to feel those muscles pull in, right? And oh, some of it from yesterday too. Yeah. Well, there you go, you guys. You got your Tabata if you're up for it. And then any kind of cardio, it depends on what you need. A lot of women don't need a lot of cardio. You need cardio for heart health. You need to get your nutrition in line for your physique and your body composition goals if you're trying to lose fat. A lot of cardio, if you're not prepared with strong muscles and joints, is going to sideline you. You'll just hurt yourself. So cardio for heart health. And then your stretch. We just did our stretch. So breath work. Andrew Huberman is a podcast that you should listen to. Okay. He's got a podcast all about breathing, and it's really fascinating. All of his stuff is fascinating, actually. So, I mean, it's a little bit dry. It's a little bit PhD kind of. He doesn't get too scientific on you, but the information is valuable. All right, you guys, I'm walking over, seeing how it's working. I think everything's working good. Have a great day. I will talk to you later. Hey, Renee. Have a good day, you guys.